everybody, this is Alvadej123, and welcome back to another episode of 264. Last time, we went through a whole bunch of crap just to get into this room to do some more research. So now that we're back, let's check around and see what we have to do here. Alright, so...
You're right about this being human revolution propaganda, but Hayden is an unlikely target. I know they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs. I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up.
Go ahead and do that. I'm gonna keep looking.
I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere, and it just isn't here. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken.
Yeah.
I wonder what the human revolution would need the data cache for anyway.
People have their reasons.
That's a distinct possibility. I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong? No!
What drugs he was on? How do you just go from 100 all the way down to 1%? I wonder if I was supposed to be like a jump scare or something. Oh, we got to chapter 2. Okay. I wonder if I was supposed to be like a jump scare. That didn't get me. I was like too busy reading, and then I just looked up and the screen was just looking like all weird. We got a trophy called Blackout. Yeah, he must be on some drugs. They hit him hard, and he was like, "Shadoosh."
You're finally awake.
Then you wake up to seeing this thing on your bed.
I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay. I'm fine. Whoever ambushed us clearly wasn't interested in causing either of us serious harm.
So someone came behind me and smacked me in the back of the head.
After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us. It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance.
Did that TV's not TV. Did that monitor up there say okay? I'm about to say, yeah, it does say okay. I was about to say TV. Now it's a monitor.
When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler.
Yeah, we must have a baseball batter too, 'cause he knocked me out.
I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for.
Okay.
If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape.
They didn't stun me, they just completely just batted me.
But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high.
If they were after you, I think they would have took you while they knocked me out.
Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying.
A reasonable deduction. But if they don't yet have Hayden's research, we may still have time to rescue him before something really bad happens. No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment.
Must have tiptoed their way in there. I think I would have heard somebody walk in there. But then again, I'm extra cautious, so I like to look behind me from time to time, make sure no one behind me know what I'm saying.
Not top of the line are better than an off-the-shelf ROMs, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke.
Okay.
Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again.
Let's get it.
Here are those headphones you reviewed. I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published.
Thank you.
Just let me know when you want to leave.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
Mind your business. But yes, who we speaking to? This man just sit in the chair, posing.
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar. Has anything happened to him?
If you just said you was a nosy Nancy, didn't you just hear we said he got taken?
Of course, I've not yet introduced myself.
I'm telling you, the music is beautiful. I just love the music in this game.
My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet.
Okay. Why is he sitting like that, though?
And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
See, I don't fight. I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof. However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other.
I can help you change your seating position.
I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance.
Go ahead.
I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
Spill the beans.
The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support rod. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak.
Okay.
It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden.
So, in this time period, they don't use what we use. We're using chairs in their time period, okay.
It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined.
Okay, looks like it's not completely there yet.
There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs. It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck.
Yeah, I understand that.
Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once. My appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did.
What can I say? I'm a boss. I'm a straight boss.
Ah, yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years.
That long?
The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take.
There's always somebody that has a different freaking opinion. They can't be happy with the original creator's freaking idea.
The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire. Dangerous, morally ambiguous fire. And well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive.
Why does this game freaking use words I don't understand? This dude just literally said about almost 5 words besides the last word. I don't understand all these words besides the last word. I mean, it got all to the point that I understand what he was talking about when he got into maintaining the intent, I can't pronounce the word. I can't pronounce it. You understand what I'm trying to say. Then after he said of near, I didn't understand the word he said, like right there. I was like, what the heck are you saying?
We had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me.
Oh, I took my project with me. It was your project originally.
Do I have hard feelings? Of course, who wouldn't?
Yeah, it was your project. I would have sued them for that.
It really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
Yeah, judging the way how you dress, I was about to say that earlier.
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the 2 companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system.
Okay.
He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject. His research? No, not so much.
Dang, no one don't know about his research. He must have been very quiet about that.
I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing.
And I'm your boy Damien. Well, basically Damie.
Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself. Pastel pink.
So there's another one.
Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she, if you are spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Of course. Ask away. I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something.
Okay.
I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information.
Okay. It's better than nothing.
Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can. What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
Nothing but broken glass and a data thing that we need, but unfortunately they take it they took it and bashed me against the head.
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache,
They bashed
the
me.
place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
bet this thing is like 10,000 pounds. It's sitting on my legs.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable. What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company. Court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight.
Well, besides when using all those big old words, I agree with you.
If you say so. Dr. Fairlight, thank you for your help.
Of course, I'm happy to be of assistance. I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful. You said you found human revolution slogans spray painted on the walls?
Yes.
I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution protests at the Genus Clinic.
Okay, that makes me actually rethink my decision on what I said about trusting you now.
His name is Brian Mulberry.
What's up with these dang names?
After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event. I will send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker.
Okay, our name's not that bad, but the other guy's name is
He will hand you
ridiculous.
one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you.
Okay.
I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both. Of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
Yes.
You are one lucky dog.
Then we get this person staring at us, waiting for us to do
Didn't I
something.
tell you to be careful?
Now go
You
back
get it
to
now?
2D.
I can't be around to pull your ass out of the fire all the time anymore. I don't even know how I would have handled the Board of Inquiry or your sister if you'd actually been hurt.
I'm sorry, Detective Rivers. Our assailant got the drop on us due to my negligence and lack of technical prowess.
Yeah, batted me against the head.
This is all because of my failure.
Is our robot
It's
moving?
my
Is like
fault.
not moving. I mean, is our robot like walking, or is it like hovering in the ground and cleaning the floor?
Sure, because the robot fresh off the assembly line is gonna know how to handle this kind of thing better than the supposedly hard-boiled journalist you're carting around.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for parallax.
Okay.
My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution. Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink.
How can you have those lines that like someone to draw it?
Just get it together, both of you. I don't want you to get hurt, and it sounds like you're stumbling into a really dangerous situation.
Girl, I just got out of the hospital. My head hurt.
Plus, I'm starting to think that you were right.
About what?
Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story.
Yeah.
Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor.
Okay.
The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right?
Yeah.
Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up.
Okay.
Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story. But when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case.
Okay.
Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report.
Well, dang.
As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts.
Yeah.
And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Heartless.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
Yeah.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all!
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around.
Girl, I just told you I got hit in the head. That wasn't my fault.
There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy.
I ain't.
And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please. Yeah, I know. Just here.
Zapper. Okay, cool.
Take this. Use it if you have to.
This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in the OSF without a license. The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it. Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing.
Okay.
Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Alright.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers.
Now who else do we have to talk to again?
You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He
That's
should
who
be
he is.
somewhere around.
I bet it's this dude.
Hello, the name is Leon Decker. It's a pleasure
I
to
knew
meet
it was him. I knew it.
you. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts. Yeah, boss said you'd have a few for me. I'm not really supposed to answer anything too private, but take your best shot.
Okay.
Mostly gopher work, to be honest. Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army brat. North Korea made that happen.
Yeah.
The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute army candy at most of the charity galas.
Okay.
Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years.
Yeah.
You
I
think
was
sitting
not
in that
trying.
chair all day is very entertaining?
I wasn't even trying to use
No,
that one.
The old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big companies.
Yes, he
He
did.
was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way. I think once he
didn't tell us
aged,
that.
he realized how lonely that kind of life can be. Helping people's the only way you can feel like he's still doing something. But hey, what do I know? I just spend all my time with him. Probably not as exciting as you hope. I grew up in Montana, on a family farm. I didn't have my pa's farm hands, so I joined the military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But hey, I'll take it over getting shot at. No problem. I'll be around if you know where to look. You have a good day now.
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately. Does not compute.
Hey, rude!
I wasn't trying to use
Which
that.
is to say, I am programmed to focus only on your well-being, regardless of any and all
Where does that phrase even come from? Bucket of bolts? I really don't think I have enough bolts in me to fill a bucket. Maybe a few at the joints, but most of my construction involves screws and plasweld.
I didn't mean to use that.
I
I
must
meant
ask
to use
that
the
you please
first
return
one.
back to your room, patient. I will update your ROM when a doctor is en route.
Feel a little bad now.
Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable.
God
I am further
dang.
required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits. Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately, and do have a nice day.
I hope I really don't have to sign nothing out.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes?
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul. You look good. If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened.
Yeah.
They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting.
Okay. But on the next episode, thank you guys for watching. I am AvidEdge123. If you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe, like, comment, share it to your friends. And I'll hopefully see y'all next time. And yeah, see y'all later.